Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. And in today's video, I am bringing you episode 25, I think, of Throwback Thursday. Now, of course, I got this idea from my dear friend, Jan Van. I call her my Janny Boo. I will link her channel in my description box. Please go subscribe to her channel. Show her a ton of love if you have not yet already, because she is the best. And then I also want to give a huge love-filled shout out to my dear friend and subscriber, Dawn, for being my biggest TBT cheerleader. Now, this episode is going to be different than what I've done in the past. I'm going to be putting two eye looks together for this particular Throwback Thursday episode with a palette from my favorite brand, LadybugGlow. I'm going to be using the Pond Lily palette today. Now, this might be my favorite palette from LadybugGlow, but depending on the day, I might change my mind, but I love all of LadybugGlow's palettes. Love. And I was kind of in this mode where I was doing two looks videos with my LadybugGlow palettes, and then I got pulled into other directions, and I want to pull it back to LadybugGlow, and I thought this would be cool to just incorporate into a Throwback Thursday video, doing a two looks video with a LadybugGlow palette. For a minute, I'm like, huh? So for this look, I'm going to be focusing on the purples and greens. I'm going to be putting this shade here called Pond Lily in my transition area. I'm thinking about deepening it up with Water Lily. And then I have Iris that I'll be putting in my outer V. And then for the shimmers, I'm going to use Tadpole, this beautiful green shimmer, kind of a satin. It's got like a really cool like blue shift to it. And then I'm going to use this shade here called Hyacinth. Also beautiful kind of bluey purple duochrome shimmer shade. And then for the lower lash lines, I think I'm going to put this Lily Pad. So green's incorporated in the lower lash lines too. I might put this shade here called Lotus in my inner corners. Not sure yet, but I'm thinking that's what I'll do. I do have both brows done, and this eyelid is primed, of course, in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer. Let's get into this shade here called Pond Lily. Yes! I will never forget when this palette came out. I was like, I gotta get it. I have all of the LadybugGlow palettes, which is really fun. I hopped on that train as soon as I discovered LadybugGlow. I'm like, okay, I'm getting all the palettes. And I just love them. You know, they're beautiful. They have really unique color stories. Just really fun. I don't know why I end up with so much crap on my desk. And then I'm like, I don't have any place to put anything. And I just cleaned everything up the other night after work. Or no, Sunday night. I don't know. I did clean everything up. And then inevitably, things just don't stay cleaned up in here. And that drives me a little nuts, because I do like to have things straightened up and not so damn cluttered. But I just get things really cluttered. And I'm really trying to work on that. But maybe not as hard as I should. And I can't remember the last time I used this palette. It's been a while. Actually, I think the last time I used shades out of this palette was when I did the collab with Andy, Leanna, and Ash, where we picked 5 of our favorite brands. We picked a palette from each brand that we love, and then picked shades out of the palettes that we love too. That was really fun. And I will be starting to do my Random 5 or Fab 5 or something like that. I haven't decided what I'm going to title it yet. Videos, I think next week. So that'll be cool. I do have a makeup and artist video that I'm going to try to film next week. Actually, I might do it this week. We'll see. Just kind of depends, because I have a couple collabs coming. I'm so excited. I have one coming with Charlie. We're going to do a part 2 of the 70s and 80s video that we did a couple weeks ago, incorporating the 90s into it too. And then I have a collab coming with Kay, Makeup Lens. That'll be really fun, answering some questions. And I'm not sure what we're doing for our makeup looks yet, but get that figured out. And then I have a collab coming with Grace, Gel Beauty 87. We're going to be using our Beauty Moon Cosmetics Divergence palettes together. So that'll be really fun. I haven't collabed with Grace in a long time, so that'll be really fun. Yes, I'm excited about it. And this is such a beautiful shade. It's like that light periwinkle purpley blue. I love it. And it's applying really nicely, and I love it. Looks gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm done. This part looks a little funky to me, but I'm just going to leave it for right now because I'll probably have to go back in and blend a little bit more. So now I'm going to go into Water Lily and putting that in my crease. I think this brush will work. It's a decent size, I feel like. And I just want to be a little careful because some of these matte, well, all of the matte shades are very pigmented. And I am the type of person, and I've mentioned this several times, that I like to start off with a little bit and then build. It's just easier for me most of the time to do it that way. It always makes me go, wow, when people just go in and they're like, yeah. I'm like, man, I can't do that. I mean, sometimes I can, I guess. I don't know. I don't usually try to do that. I usually try to go in slow. Something I wanted to chat with you guys about, and I kind of touched on this in the video that was up yesterday, I think, right? I don't know. Time is irrelevant to me. When creators say things in videos like, it's really hard to have a YouTube channel, or I don't know. I mean, okay, let me rephrase this a little bit. And I'm not going to name any names here because I just don't want to do that. But there was a creator a while back who did like a whole video, I think, about it, right? Or a TikTok, or I don't know, talking about how hard her life was being a content creator, and, you know, like kind of whining about it. And she may have even started crying about it. And I'm not trying to be shady and throw shade and be a jerk, okay? I'm not trying to do that, but just hear me out. Let's keep going here. You know, how I have to get up at 5 and then I film all day and then I edit and then, you know, do. And it really pissed people off because they were like, oh, poor you. You know, like some of us get up and have to like go to work and work a really stressful, hard job every day, all week, all the time, you know? And so people were like, okay. And then I think the person ended up like apologizing for it or something. I don't know. But it's something I've been thinking about because I have mentioned in a few videos how like I don't really love to edit sometimes, and how like exhausting it is, and, you know, all these different things. And I really started to think about how that might come across. I'm going to go back into Pond Lily because while it is exhausting, and I do get tired sometimes with filming and stuff, it's not something I have to do. It's a choice that I've made, right? And I know that when I have felt overwhelmed or at my wit's end with filming and editing, I have taken a break. You know, I took a break not very long ago, and it was really nice to take the break. But it made me stop and think of like, this is a choice I'm making. This is a choice that all creators are making. And sure, there are people on this platform that this is their full-time job. And so it's probably different for them. Of course it is. I get that. But when you think about sitting here playing in makeup and having fun and chatting and, you know, having these like really cool relationships with others, and then you look at, you know, other people's jobs that are extremely stressful and really like high pressure, and you like doctors, lawyers, judges, all kinds of people. I mean, I could sit here, I could list a bajillion jobs that are really intense and hard and exhausting. And so I don't know, I want to be really aware of that from now on here, because I can see how that would really rub people the wrong way. Like, oh, poor baby, you know. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or, you know, an ass about it. I'm really not. That is so pretty. I love those two together. I don't think I've ever done that before. I love that. I might actually go in with just a little bit more of this. I think I need to be aware of it, just because I think it can come off as like, huh? I don't have to do this. Nobody's forcing me to do this. I'm choosing to do it. But, you know, yes, it does get tiring. It does. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of times where I just am tired just because, you know, I do have a full-time job, and, you know, there's just a lot going on sometimes in my life. And I just am like, I have to edit a video. I'd rather take a nap than go take a nap. You know, that's where I'm at now. It's like, rather than being super like, oh, then I just need to go take a nap, you know? So I'm just being aware of that. That's all I'm trying to get at here. It's just taking me a long time to get there. So now I'm going to go into Iris and put that on my outer V. So I guess what I'm getting at here, what I'm curious about is how you guys feel about that. Like when you hear content creators, or if you have heard content creators make those kind of claims, I just am curious what you think. Like, does it turn you off? Are you understanding? Are you like, okay? I mean, I do think, however, that people here, depending on, you know, obviously their status and their popularity, I think they just get absolutely smashed for no matter what they do. They can't do anything right. Doesn't matter. They're just going to get trashed on. I do also think that there are people here that just do and say really dumb, ignorant things, you know? I think I have a cat hair on my face. Of course. And I don't think that like when people do really dumb, ignorant, crappy things that we should all just ignore it and act like it didn't happen and, oh, it's fine, it's fine. No, I don't think that either. It's just there are times when I feel like it's almost like people are waiting in the corners to like just jump the minute somebody does or says something that they don't like. And I don't know, that part of it I don't love. I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing. It can be, because like I said, I don't think people should just get away with being a-holes. No. But there are some times where people will be accused of being an a-hole and I'm like, really? Like, okay. I don't know. Or I don't know. You know, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, just sometimes things get said and I'm like, I don't see the big deal about that necessarily. And I can't give you an example. I don't know off the top of my head. I just know I felt that way before. I'm going to go back in with Water Lily. Kind of blend out Iris a little bit. That's really a pretty shade. I love these together. I don't know. I just think the space can be tricky sometimes. You know, it really can be. And I think, now I'm going to go back into Pond Lily, of course, and blend that out again. It's just hard because there's a lot of varying opinions and a lot of varying viewpoints, and I don't know. But I also think people can, like I said, people are very ignorant and say and do just things where you're like, what the hell are you, what? So I just, it just gets a little much sometimes for me. That's why I honestly, I really don't watch a lot of the big channels anymore. I really don't. It's not, no offense to them, or I don't know, just depending on who it is, I guess. But I just get so tired of the, pardon my language, but horse shit. It's like, come on. Okay, I'm done. This right here looks really funny to me, just the way that I blended it. And I think it's the brush that I use too. So I will go around with my e.l.f. contour palette and kind of deal with that in a little while here. I don't know that I'll do that on camera, but I just don't like how this part looks right here. It looks a little funky, and it's just probably not the best brush for me to use for that. Anyway, let's move on. So now I'm going to go into Tadpole. I already read that once, and put that here, and then I'm going to put Hyacinth towards the front. I'm going to use a little bit of a fluffier brush for this, just because with satin shades, I don't know, lately I feel like a fluffier brush works better, and I think I will spray this just a little bit. Also, something that my dear friend and sister Lynn asked me, ooh yeah, oh, yes, this is gonna look so awesome, this green with these purples. She asked me something in the comment section of my no makeup and chill video where I was talking about why I do certain things with makeup. And also, I want to say, like, I didn't make that video because anybody was, like, putting me down or being rude to me or anything about how I do my makeup at all. Not at all. I think that's kind of how it came across. And that's not why I did that. I just did it because I think a lot of us will put our makeup on and we don't really say, like, why. And I think when people are learning how to put makeup on, like, it's helpful to know why. Why do you do this or that? So that's the only reason why I did it. Anyway, Lynn asked me why I spray my shimmer shades sometimes and why, or did she ask me why I don't sometimes? I don't know. I think she just asked me why I spray them. And the reason why I spray shimmers is because I do try to kind of minimize fallout by doing that. And also, I just think they apply more like, it can give a shadow a more sticky consistency because it's a little bit damp. And also with certain shades, like metallic shades, I think it just makes them look more metallic. That's the only reason why I do it. And I don't know, I just saw people doing it and I thought, oh, that looks like a good idea. And I like the result. And so that's why I do it. I guess that's the YouTuber way. But yeah, I just think it looks nice. And what I do is I put my brush into the pan and then I spray it. I don't spray it and then and people, you can do it however you want, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't do anything, it doesn't hurt the shadow at all. So now I'm gonna go into Hyacinth and put that towards the front. All right, so now I'm gonna spray this a little bit because this is a little bit flakier. And so if I spray it a little bit, sometimes it helps it not get so fallouty. And sometimes it doesn't, it just depends on the texture of the shimmer. Oh, hello. Hello. Yep, this is exactly what I was hoping for here. And you know what I might do too, actually? Oh, isn't that cool? I know it looks a little like right now, but I might put a little bit of this too, Dragonfly, like right in the center between these two shades. I think I will. Just to kind of ease that purple into the green a little bit better. That might be a bad move, but I think I'm going to do it. That is absolutely stunning. I'm telling you, this palette, you guys, LadybugGlow, you cannot go wrong. I'm really hopeful that the brand owner will reopen the brand again, you know? I know that she started selling nail polish, and I need to get on there and get myself some. I just haven't done that yet. I'm trying to settle down with my money spending because with makeup, because I've got a little nuts. Some of it is for the giveaway that I'll be doing soon. Because I did something else for that giveaway too. That is so pretty. I do want to go into Dragonfly with just with my finger. Look at that. Oh, just put this right here. Yeah, really cool. All right, I'm glad I did that. I did something else for my giveaway too. So I was just going to do Nomad palette for a giveaway. But then I was clicking around on the XOXOXOXOXO Cosmetics website, which is a US indie brand that I really enjoy. And they had a really good sale on some of their palettes. And so I picked up 4 palettes. I'm going to keep 1 for myself. And then the other 3 I'm going to pop into the giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3. There'll be 3 winners in total. They're each going to get, that is so beautiful. They're each going to get a Nomad palette. I can't, well, I know what they are. I can't decide which ones. I know what they are. God. Ignore me. Okay, I'm going to go in with Hyacinth with my finger too. And then I'm going to give each person an XOXOXO Cosmetics palette too. So each person will win 2 palettes. And then I'm going to put in like some skincare stuff. Like, oh, that's so beautiful. God, I love this look. That is so pretty. Like, you know, like sheet masks and I don't know for sure exactly. So now I'm gonna go back into Iris and just straighten up that shimmer shade. You know, just some fun skincare stuff, nothing too major, but just some, you know, little odds and ends. And then, yeah, so I'm just waiting for the Nomad palettes to arrive. My XOXOXO Cosmetics palettes got here. So, and they're really pretty. And I'm trying to decide how to do the giveaway because I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know. I don't need to give it all away right now. Let's just wait, right? Let's keep you in suspense. That is so pretty. And also, I think I already said this, but I'm pretty sure I already said this, but the giveaway, I'm going to go back into Tadpole just a little bit. The giveaway is going to be international because I just think that's the most fair way to do it. It is a little bit more spendy, of course, because I have to pay the shipping, but I don't care. I mean, I really want to make sure that people who are watching my channel, no matter where they are, have the same opportunity to enter as the next person. Yeah, the edge of this is looking, I love that. So I'm going to go off camera and fix that, do my other eye, the rest of my face, I'll come back. So this, of course, is finished look number 1, and I just love it. I'm reminded again why LadybugGlow is my favorite brand and why Pond Lily, I'm pretty sure, is my favorite palette from this brand. Go! I love how this look turned out, and I cannot wait to create look number 2. So let me show you everything I have on my face for this look. I'll show you the palette again and then move on to look number 2. So for my base products, I don't have any primer on, just my moisturizer, which is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration moisturizer. Love it. But I use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in medium with the Maybelline New York Dream BB Fresh BB Cream in medium. These two together are just my dream foundation products. And I do have another tube of both of these just waiting for me to use them, but I don't know, stuff just keeps coming out of these tubes. So I'm like, okay, fine. For my powder, I use the CoverGirl Clean Professional in Translucent. I'm trying to use all of this up. I love this powder. I did use my cream bronzer from Revolution Beauty in Light. Oh, love this cream bronzer. For my mascara, I use the Beauty Moon Cosmetics mascara that I just love. Love this mascara. For my upper lid liner, I was gonna go with the funky eyeliner color, but I don't know, sometimes I don't want to detract from the cool shimmer stuff I have going on. Not that it would, I don't know, but I just grabbed my, turn this around, my Revolution Beauty Iconic Flick Ink Felt Liner in black. I know, I use it all the time, but I love it. And then for my highlighter, I use the Josh Cosmetics shade, no, okay, start over. The Josh Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Luna. This is in my panning project. I love it, these both are. Love it. And then for my blush, I did use the Mad Witch Cosmetics Scorpio Hot palette. I'm addicted to this. I think I've used it, well, since I started trying it out, I've used it every time I've done a makeup look since then. And I do have a blush in my panning project. I don't know, I might swap it out for this. I don't know, but I use this one right here, this lavender shade. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And as I was doing my hair, I could see that a couple people had commented in the comment section of my Mad Witch Cosmetics video, the Scorpio Hot Try-On video, and they were loving the lavender blush. So that's cool. And on my lips, I used the Saints Angel Sinners Gloss in Purple Haze. This is just kind of a funky, metallic, sparkly, subtle lip gloss. And I thought the purple would look really cool with my eye look today. Okay, let's talk about the palette. Pond Lily, Ladybug Glow. Love it. I did put this shade right here called Lotus in my inner corners. And then for my lower lash lines, I was going to use this across the entire lower lash lines. And I thought, well, I do kind of want to have a little bit more depth out here. So I did put Iris out here. And then this is called Lily Pad. Put that towards the front. And I love it. I thought about actually doing like this, and that on my lower lash lines, just kind of mimic what was going on my upper lid maybe a little bit. But I don't know. I just felt like these two were perfect. And I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do in my next look, and I can't wait. I love this palette so much. So let's quit messing around and get on to look number 2. So back for look number 2 with the LadybugGlow Pond Lily palette. And there goes some cat hair. Of course it does. And I want to say I apologize for the state of my hair right now. I mean, I don't know that I need to apologize for it. My hair should apologize to you. I take showers at night, and so when I get up, my hair is super frizzed out. Hopefully, by the time I end this video, it'll look a little bit more presentable and not quite so Albert Einsteinish, but we'll see. Okay, so for this look, what I want to do is use Bog and Algae in my crease transition-y area. I'm going to do a cut crease today. Then I'm thinking for the outer V, I might put Water Lily. And then for the shimmers, I want to use Salamander and Cattails. So that's what I'm thinking. I might change my mind. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I do have both my brows done, and this eyelid is primed in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer. I'm going to put one of these doohickeys on just to make sure the outer edge here is nice and crisp. Yeah. Is that right? Is that a good? I think so. Okay, we'll see. I may not like that, but actually, yeah, I think I'm going to move it just a little bit, like right there. I don't know if I moved it that much. Okay, so I'm going to start off by going into Bog and putting this on my lid. I'm just going to kind of trace the shape that I'm wanting here. And I noticed, God, as I was editing my video that came up on yesterday, well, today's Wednesday, but to you it'll be yesterday, that I basically repeated myself in that video and then the first look of this video, like I was talking about the same damn thing. And I don't know why I did that. I think I just obviously forgot I brought it up. The, you know, like not Bitsy's in here. I don't get it. Like, just go lay down on the bed. She's up on my little dresser thing over there. When I was talking about, you know, just being aware of like whining about how hard YouTube is or having a channel is. I didn't realize I'd already talked about it. I just forgot. So apparently when you turn 50, your brain goes right along with it. I don't really get what's going on with Bitsy these days. She's just weird. It's like she doesn't ever care if I'm in here until I sit down to film. Then she wants in, then she cries, and then she wants out, and then she's all into everything. I'm like, dude, just chill out. I don't know. Just funny to me. It's like when you have a cat, sometimes it's like having a toddler. I wanted to do something different today with my look, and I'm hoping that this turns out okay. The thing I noticed with one of my last cut crease that I did when I used the Glam Light palette, the Frosted Flakes, is that the outer edge here looked really bizarre because, well, maybe it didn't look that bizarre. I just kind of thought it did because I used a shimmer all the way out here. So I thought maybe if I used a matte, but then I thought, well, let's switch it up maybe and use that Water Lily shade. I don't know. Bitsy, I mean it, sister. You gotta go lay down somewhere. You're starting to irritate me a little bit. I love you, but you're irritating me a little bit. Oops, my hair's right there. Okay. I think that's good for right now. Looks weird, but just trust the process. So now what I want to do is take algae and go around the edge of that to kind of blend it out a little bit. So my husband and I are obsessed with the Olympics, of course. Obsessed. And let's see, what did I watch last night? I watched the women's gymnastics, which was awesome. And I got that way down too low over that brown shade, but I'll fix it. I'll fix it. And I don't know if this is the right brush for this, but we'll see. Keep going, and then I might switch my brush. And I read, I didn't see this, but I read that Jordan Childs got some shit for not reacting very well to, what was her name, Suni Lee? Not reacting well when Suni like beat her out on the uneven bars, wasn't it? And people were just like, you know, going after her saying, you shouldn't have reacted that way, and you should be more supportive. And, you know, here's the thing. They're competing. Yes, they are on the same team, of course, but this is the Olympics. There's a medal involved here. Like, it's a big deal. They've trained their whole freaking lives for this. And I can imagine that if you are training really hard and you are thinking that you possibly, I don't like this brush, thinking that you possibly won an event, try this one, and somebody ekes you out of that event, that you might have a little bit of a bummed out reaction to that, right? And you're not a horrible person for having that reaction. I mean, hello, I just thought, back off. And it's interesting to me how the minute somebody does something that might be deemed slightly negative or whatever, people just, you know, attack them. It's like, she has the right to her reaction. I mean, I don't know. I guess, is there like a particular Olympic etiquette you're supposed to have? Maybe, I don't know, but we are human, or she, you know, I would never be on a gymnastics team. If somebody paid me $1 million, nobody would. She's human, and she's going to have a human reaction to things. And because the cameras are right in their grills, they can't ever just have the reaction without it being broadcasted. So I just thought that was not fair at all, that she got so trounced on for, I guess she didn't hug her good enough or something. It's like, calm down. Who cares? Like, she's pissed. She's pissed. I don't think she was pissed at Suni Lee necessarily. She was just pissed that, you know, I guess she eked her out of the running or whatever. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. I missed that whole thing. I didn't even see that. I mean, I did watch the women's gymnastics, but I didn't see anything weird from Jordan Childs at all. Anyway, I just thought it was a little ridiculous. And, you know, because I didn't see it and I'm just going off of what I've read. Maybe I should just shut up because what the hell do I know? But I just thought, jeez, like relax a little bit, everybody. Okay, I blended that for quite a while and that's as good as I'm gonna get it. I don't love it, but I don't know. My blending skills today, a little subpar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this product here. This is the, I think it's called Snow Yarn Soft Moisturizing Cream. I really like using this to cut my crease. It works really well. And I didn't really need to prime my eyelid with the Juvia's Place. So this might end up not looking the greatest, but I think it'll be okay. I just use a teeny tiny itty bitty bit of this. And I do need to find a particular brush. So hold on just a second. It's right here. Okay, awesome. I thought I was gonna have to dig through my brush bin, but I didn't have to. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut my crease, of course. But be careful here because I end up going a little too ham and then I'm like, wait, whoa. So I just want to bring this up and above my crease because, you know, hooded eyelids. I don't want to cause any weirdness here. I'm just hoping that the concealer and the primer play nicely together. And I mean, it probably won't matter anyway because I'm going to cover it up with shimmer. But still, you know, I don't want it to be a big glompy mess. I don't think it will be. We'll see. If it is, I've learned my lesson. I won't do that again. The last time I did this, I was a lot more thoughtful of that process. I just primed up here and not down on my lid, but I think it'll be okay. Anyway, and I probably should shut up and not talk while I do this, but I'm just going to go for it here. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, cool. I've always loved watching the Olympics. My favorite part of the Olympics, though, is the track and field. Love, especially the high jump, because I used to high jump when I was younger. Now I'm just going to kind of fill the rest of this in. I don't even know that I really need to because I already have my eyelid primed, but let's just go for it. I used to love to high jump, and I was decent. I mean, no way would I have ever gone to the Olympics, but no, not that good. But I loved it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I miss it, honestly. But there's no way I could high jump now with my back as bad as it is. There's no way. But man, I loved high jumping. So fun. And so I'm really excited for that start. I think that starts next week or maybe over the weekend, right? And then, of course, I love the swimming. I love the diving. Love gymnastics, of course. Love it. But I just hope that they can chill out with the drama. Like, you know, just leave them alone. Let them just, you know, leave them alone. I think what I will do, though, is just very carefully here. This might be real dumb. I'm going to go back into Bog and just kind of go around the very edge of the concealer. Just, you know, really lightly. Just to make sure that that's pronounced, that Bog shade, a little bit more. Yeah, okay. God, that made me nervous. I was like, I'm going to end up totally screwing this whole thing up. But I think it's doing okay. So I think I am just going to start off by putting, actually, no, I'm not going to start out here. I'm going to start in here and go across this way. That's usually easier for me to do. Let me take the excess concealer. Where's my towel? I'll just use this one right here. Okay, I'm going to take the excess concealer off my hand. Okay, so let's go into cattails, putting that right there towards the front, and I do need to find a brush. Okay, I would love to know if you guys like to watch the Olympics and what your favorite events are. We watched like fencing and stuff, and you know, it's cool, but that's not really my cup of tea. You know, I mean, I couldn't do that. Geez. It was so funny because my husband and I, as we were watching, they have these cords tied to them, right? And I thought that somebody was on the other end of those cords, like holding on to the person to like keep them from going too far into the other person's territory. No, that has nothing to do with anything. what they're doing is it's part of the electronic scoring system. I had to look it up. I'm like, why do they have cords on the fencers? Or aren't they called fencers? Sword fighters? Fencers? I don't know. God, I'm such a dork. But yeah, I thought that's why, is to like keep them from like going too far into the other person's like lane or whatever. So stupid. I'm like, oh, actually, no, that's not why. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think that was why, but okay. And then, you know what else is a trip? Is the synchronized diving. That is insane to me that they can do that. It's insane because they are absolutely in sync with each other. I mean, and you know, they go up there and they go 1, 2, and I'm like, as soon as somebody hit 3, I'd be like, bam, off the diving board. Let me go with my finger just a little bit because that brush is not cutting it. This is a beautiful shade. I've never used this shade before. Very pretty. It's very sparkly. I like it. Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. But it just wasn't working with the brush that great because it's a little bit, well, it's not really flaky. It's kind of smushy. Oh, that's so pretty. And you know what I struggle with sometimes with shades like this is they almost kind of look patchy, but they're not. It's just the way the light hits it sometimes, you know? Makes it look like there's no shadow, but there is. So dumb. I always do that. I'm like, wait, there's no shadow. I'm like, yes, there is actually. Okay, I think that's good. So now I'm going to clean this brush off and I'm going to go into Salamander and put that on next. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think, honestly, I think it's this brush that I'm not enjoying. So I think what I'll do is clean off the concealer off this one that I was using and use this instead because this is, yeah, much better. It's the brush. Okay, let's try. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Much better. Much better. Anyway, back to the diving. It just blows my mind. And I was watching, it was the Chinese team. They were kind of going neck and neck with the US team. And, you know, they just walk up calmly to the edge of the diving boards. And they just kind of count, you know, count 1, 2, 3 or whatever. And they just bunk, right? And they just flip. And I'm like, okay, that is unbelievable to me that they can do that. There's no way in the world I could ever do that. We watched tennis. That was really fun. I love tennis. I totally missed Wimbledon this year. I was kind of keeping up with Steph. Like I talked to her in the mornings and she was telling me what was going on with Wimbledon. We don't have cable. We have those rabbit ears. I go in with my finger. This is so beautiful. Which works just fine. I mean, we can tune into like our local stations and stuff with that. But I don't know that, well, I'm sure Wimbledon had to have been on like ABC or NBC or something, right? I would think. I don't know. But, you know, and I was working, so I just wasn't able to watch it. But Steph was awesome. She was filling me in on what was going on. And we watched Andy Murray. He plays for Great Britain. And he and his partner were doubles tennis in the Olympics. It was awesome. They kicked ass. Okay, now I'm going to go into Water Lily. I think they kicked ass. Well, they kicked ass in the match I watched. I don't know if that was like the final match or what, but they kicked ass. And I'm going to use this little teeny brush for this, which you guys might think that's weird, but I just want to be very precise in how I place this matte shade. This might look really weird. Well, let's keep going and see what I think. Actually, I don't really, I'm going to use this brush again. This brush is like my workhorse today. This one here, because it's just, I want to have that real straight edge out here, and it's not really doing, that other brush wasn't doing that. For this part of the look though, I do, or the shade, whatever, I want to use this brush just to fill it in. I think that'll look nicer. I don't know about the purple. I might, I don't know. I just want to keep going because I don't want to just give up the minute I think, oh, I don't know if I like that. Because I think what I might do is go back into Bog now and just fill this in right here because I think it's just the concealer. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, I like that actually. I think that looks really cool. See, try new stuff, works out, love it. It's awesome. Okay, and I just kind of want to feather this a little bit right here over the salamander shade. I think that looks really cool. I really do like it. It's very different, but I really like it. It's fun to try something different. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, though, you know, hold on. I think I could futz around with this forever, so I'm gonna try not to do that. Because you guys are like, we have other stuff to do, Erica. Those of you that have stuck around this long. Okay, and then I want to grab just a little bit more of the water lily and just kind of feather that a little bit better so it's not quite so harsh between the two shades. That can be tricky for me with a shimmer and a matte to like make that look. Okay, so I think I'm good. So let's take this off, see what we think. Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, I've got a bunch of crap I got to clean up, but yeah, I love this. I think it looks awesome. So I'm going to go off camera, clean this up, do the other eye, the rest of my face, deal with my frizz head, and I'll come back. So this, of course, is finished look number 2 and my final look for this video. And I love how this look turned out. I wanted to do something neutral yet different. And I feel like I got that out of this look. And I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, but I really love it. I think I actually like this look better than look number 1. Let me know in the comment section which look you like the best, look number 1 or look number 2. So of course, I'm going to show you what I used on my face, and then I'll show you the palette again and express my deep love and affection for it. Okay, so my base products, my base products are the same as the last look. I use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in medium, the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh BB Cream in medium. I also use the same powder. This is the CoverGirl Clean Professional in translucent. My goal is to use all of that up. And then I did use my cream bronzer, of course, Revolution Beauty in light, love it. And then for my blush, I use the Scorpio Hot palette again. I think I've used this in every look since I started using it, you know, like when I did my try on. Since then, I've been using it every time. And I use this shade right here, this beautiful berry shade. I thought that would look nice with kind of the more berry purple shade on my eyelids today. I don't know. You might have chosen a different shade, but that's what I chose. And then for my upper lid liner, I used the Revolution Beauty Iconic Flick ink felt liner in black. Now, this got a little out of control. That happens to me sometimes. Like I want a thin line, and for whatever reason, I make it too thick, and then I have to match and go back and forth. But, you know, I love it. It's great. And then I did use my Hamish mascara that I got in some PR from Temu. For my highlighter, I did use the Josh Cosmetics Josh Cosmetics highlighter in Luna again. Use it on my face and in my inner corners. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe of using the shade out of the Pond Lily palette, but I don't know. I just thought this would look really cool, and I love this. And then on my lips, I used a liquid lipstick from Queen Nubia Cosmetics in the shade My Lisa. Now, this was a little tricky because I thought I could do purple, pink maybe, or more neutral, but I don't know. I just really wanted a dark lip shade today. And this color, I'm bringing back the 90s again. I love it. It's so awesome. Now, let me see. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's all I put on my face. Okay, so now let's talk about the palette. Pond Lily, Ladybug Glow. This color story is so unique and so fun and so different. And it's got the earthy, grungy that I love, but you can do colorful, more vibrant, I would say, and then, you know, earth it down, grunge it up a little bit. And I do feel like I got some grunge out of this look today, you know, grungy color choices, I guess. And really fun to do, you know, use the neutral tones in here, but I felt like doing a cut crease and like, I don't know, just positioning the shades differently, just kind of jazzed it up a little bit. I did put Water Lily on my lower lash lines too. I was going to do, what I was going to do at first is I was going to do like mimic the upper lid. I was going to put this towards the outer part and then that in the middle and then that towards the front. And I don't know, I just started putting this down. I thought it looked nice, so I just kept on going right across the whole lower lash line. But I had an absolute blast with both of these looks. And the thing that I like about it too is you can create very different looks each time you play with the palette. You know, this isn't one of those palettes where you're going to get the same kind of look every time you use it, unless you choose to do that, sure. But if you really want differences in your looks, this palette will definitely do that for you. And the mattes are so pigmented and so blendable. I did struggle a little bit over here, but it wasn't this palette's fault. It was my choice of brushes, I think, and just, you know, I'm not the world's best blender. And then the shimmers in here are just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And even though this one's a little bit more subtle, maybe it's got a beautiful sparkle to it. I don't know how well you can see that in my camera, but it has a really beautiful sparkle. And this shade is gorgeous. I mean, I think I used all the shades, right? Yes, I used all the shades in both looks today out of this palette. How fun. Yeah, really a neat, interesting, fun, beautiful palette. Really like sparks my creativity, I guess. How creative am I? I don't know. But for me, it sparks my creativity, and I'm just thrilled to have it in my collection. And again, I really want to know which look you guys like best, look number 1 or this look. I really am leaning towards this look. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.